Hold on, let me put the song.
Never gonna start.
Girl, you know that there's one thing that I love, but it's not you I'm thinking of.
Break it
I
down.
want the ultimate cheeseburger. Break it down. Cheese meat, and that's it. Baby, you know it's hot and juicy, 'cause Jack won't make it till you order it. I'm not lying, it's a giant, meant to satisfy.
I can't believe there's actual lyrics to this song.
I know, dude. You know who told me about it, dude? Nick. He came up to me in the arcade with those stupid ass headphones on. He's like, "Hey, listen to this song, man."
That sounds like the name.
You say cheese, meat, cheese, meat, cheese. When I say meat, you say cheese, meat, cheese, meat, cheese. Girl, I know you're a vegetarian, but I won't eat tofu again. Give me the ultimate cheeseburger.
Boom.
Cheese, meat, and
Why? They even dropped the
Boom.
vegetarian line too, huh?
Yeah, I had to get to the second verse. Anyway,
Alright, cool.
Internet, how's it going? You're watching ATP Live. It's Thursday, if I recall correctly. Just after 8, 6 minutes late because Ricky had to take a shit or something. How's it going, Rickstah? What's new?
How dare you blame me? I'm doing alright.
Cool, cool. So, some shitty news today. Extremely shitty. Our amigo Wing Zero from Atlanta, I believe. I haven't met him, but he passed away today. I didn't even hear about it until I was streaming earlier because I didn't really look at any of the, like, you know, gaming websites and stuff. But apparently, you know, the chat informed me that he passed away. I looked at the article on Event Hubs because I was very curious. He was a really young man, and though I never met him, I was telling you, Ricky, I remember scouting him out because I was going to tournaments or potentially going to tournaments that he was going to be at. And either I didn't end up going or he didn't end up going to these tournaments. Like MLG was one of them in Anaheim for Soulcalibur. I think it was 5.
Yeah.
You know, so, I mean, it's a bummer, man. I don't really know how else to say it. I never met him. It's a tragic loss. I don't think you met him either, right, Ricky?
No, I didn't. But just like you, like I watched a lot of his videos. I knew he was a really good Nino player in Tekken.
Yeah.
And I actually watched a lot of him in Soulcalibur. Soulcalibur is why I mainly knew of him because he played X-Eba in 5, and that was my first character.
Yeah.
So I actually stole a lot of strats from him.
Yeah.
So you know, he's one of the reasons why I played that character. So yeah, I mean, it sucks really.
Yeah, every time I watched him play, he was always fucking people up, and you know, he looked like he had a good attitude and everything. So it really sucks. But I mean, you know, the bottom line here, when you hear about stuff like this, I mean, obviously you can't do much about it, but take a lesson away from it. You know, take care of yourselves. I mean, it's not that fucking hard. You know, take care of yourselves. I don't know what his what happened with him, but you know, just learn the lesson, whatever it is, that you need to take care of yourselves, or else we can't even enjoy these games that we talk about every week. It wouldn't even matter. So yeah, that sucks for that guy, and both of our condolences to his family and friends and whatnot. I wonder, you know, I haven't talked to Anakin about this either, but you know, I wonder what's going on over there. That's a real bummer. Anyway,
I think Atlanta will stay strong though. They'll
yeah,
probably
of course.
do something nice for
Man,
him.
that's crazy because he was really good. I mean, it really
Yeah, he was
sucks.
really good.
That's the thing that really sucks, man. He was really fucking good.
It hurts not only, you know, like the Atlanta, but it hurts like the Tekken and the Soulcalibur community. We lost a good player.
Really good player, man.
Yeah, so
Bummer.
I mean, it's still, you know, it's unfortunate, but
Yep.
you know,
Yeah, don't know what else to say about that. Let's see. Moving on. Speaking of Soulcalibur, I'll talk about this first. It's current news. You know, they're talking about the free game, Lost Souls, I think it's called, or Lost Swords, or one of those two words. Details came out about it. When I first heard about it, I thought it was going to be some attempt at a single player kind of a, maybe even something not fighting game related at all, like something like Diablo. But more information came out, and it looks like it's just a single-player version of the Soulcalibur fighting system with a ton of, you know, stuff going on, like sword trails, EX cinematic moves, lots of weird camera shifting and exploding, and, you know, all kinds of stuff. I don't know the details on the gameplay and stuff, but from the sound of it, it's going to be a single-player game that involves a lot of customization as well as, you know, RPG style elements. And they made a big deal about emphasizing the loot, like dropping or farming type of a system where you'll be picking up shit. So I mean, to me, it sounds kind of whatever, right? I mean, what does that even mean, really? What do you think, Ricky? What do you I mean, do you even give a shit? I think I almost don't give a shit. What do you think?
I give less of a shit
than me.
I mean, yeah, probably. I mean, I'm learning all this info from you because once I heard it was a single-player Soulcalibur game, I lost interest right when they said single.
Yeah,
like, nope,
single.
but the thing is too is that if they're really trying to push something like the looting thing and you know, getting, you know, rare items or whatever, it's like that's the kind of thing that thrives on multiplayer. You know, like not only do you get these things, but you want to, like, you know, walk around town with your stupid big axe and, like, yo, look at this golden axe I picked up, beating the shit out of Ivy or some shit. You know, but it's like you can't do that if it's single player. So who are you showing off to, really? You know, it's like,
you know, I honestly, I predict that it's not going to be single player forever. I predict that if it's successful and if there is a means to apply it, I think they'll add multiplayer. I think they'll add on. I mean, why the fuck wouldn't they? It's a fighting game, regardless of the logistics involved. It's a fighting game, one-on-one. There's no reason for them to not add it. So, if you, I mean, it's a safe bet to assume that at some point, if the game is popular, what is this shit hanging off of El Presidente's face? Gross. Anyway, if it is popular, I think. Oh, you guys can't even see El Presidente. Let me move that motherfucker. Boom. So, I mean, you know, if it's successful, I think they'll add it, you know, because they'd be fools not to. Now, regardless of that, you know, I still don't really care that much. I'm definitely going to try it. It's free. But I got to say, I'm way more amped up about Soulcalibur 2 HD. That shit, the closer it gets to fall, the more I'm excited about that shit. And, you know, obviously I'm hella biased. I played that game once or twice, and I really enjoyed it. But I really think that this is a first. This is going to be a first. People always say, like, oh, what about Tekken Tag 1 HD that came out? You know, that one was kind of a funky-ass game because, first of all, it came out on Tekken Hybrid, which... people don't even know what Tekken Hybrid was or when it came out or what it even is. It was such a weird bootleg demo kind of marketing soundtrack, you know, jibber jabber that, you know, nobody even knows about it. On top of that, Tekken Tag 1 HD had a shitload of latency lag problems and it didn't even have online. So these are like 3 huge factors as to why this never became a big deal. Also, I'm pretty sure that you can't download Tekken Tag 1 HD. You have to have the Tekken not Resolute. What is it called again?
The stupid movie.
Yeah, the movie. You have to have the movie. Prologue. That's what it's called. Sorry, I just said it a minute ago. I fucking forgot the word. Prologue.
Oh, isn't Prologue oh, that's the Tag 2 demo, right?
Isn't that what comes with TTT1? Wait a minute. Prologue is the movie.
Is it the movie?
Yeah, Prologue is the movie, Tekken Tag 1, and the demo for Tekken Tag 2.
Oh, all so of that Prologue is everything.
Yeah, that's what you had to buy to get it. Nobody knows what fucking Prologue is, so, you know, of course, it's going to be one of those things where nobody bought it. But in this case, you know, the game is being released as a downloadable game right off the bat. It has online added in. Of course, it has the HD in there. So this is a first. On top of that, this game is so old, and it also is the last, in my opinion and in many people's opinions, the last good game in this franchise. So, you know, I don't have a lot of hopes to how much people will like it or what kind of a comeback it'll make, because I know you're pretty skeptical, right, Ricky, about a quote-unquote Metal Horns comeback, right?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen any sort of, like, remake do well in a in the tournament scene. You know what I mean? So it's like you have to hope that the online is good enough to bring in new players. Hope that it's still good that old players like you, Flo, and whoever the hell else will play, Devil X or someone, like they'll play it still, and then maybe even have a tournament scene. But for me personally, if I'll play it, but if there's not a tournament scene, I don't see myself playing it for very long.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of... What's wrong with this fucking camera? Fix that shit. Anyway, I could see a lot of people having the same opinion. In fact, a lot of people have mentioned that that's their opinion on the game. So, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, personally speaking, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna enjoy it. If there are tournaments, I'm gonna be honest with you, Internet. A shitload of people have been like, hey, what do we got to do to put Soulcalibur 2 at Wednesday Night Fights? Like, as though I know anything about that, But, of course, that's Via's department. So if you guys want to get Soulcalibur 2 HD at Wednesday Night Fights, you got to talk to Grandpa Via about it. This is his...
You know what? I wouldn't even say... I don't even say you need to talk to him. Just go. Go to Wednesday Night Fights and show that you guys actually exist. And once they see that, and they see that you have, like, that you're willing to bring, like you have your console there or whatever, and you have Soulcalibur, and people are actually there playing it, then they have no choice but to run it. You know what I mean? Like, they still have Virtua Fighter there, even though it's not technically on the official lineup. For the Virtua Fighter guys still show up. So, yeah, like, you just have to show yourself that you're willing to go out there every Wednesday, and then, then they'll have no choice but to run a tournament for it.
Yeah, I mean, basically, Super Arcade and VIA are willing to run tournaments for any fucking fighting game. I mean, at this point, literally, because we got Smash Brothers going on Sundays. So, any fighting game, regardless. If there's a scene, you show up and we'll let you play. If it's exciting, Via, he wants, the cheddar. So, he'll put you on the stream. If people want to watch it, he'll put you on the stream. He'll put the game on the stream. So, it's just a matter of what people want, and not just what they want, whether they come out or not. That's going to be the key. So we'll see. Regardless, like I said, I'm very amped up about it, and the closer it gets, the more amped I'm getting. So the other day, I told you, Ricky, but the other day, Dan was over here, Tidy Whitey, and we were getting some heated matches in, and he left with a fuck you, Aris. He left with one of those, so it was tight, dude. Good times, man. That
I
game
love
is
watching
great.
Dan play that game just because he's, he never seemed to be that prideful in Tekken. Like, in Tekken 5, he beat Cynic, big deal, whoopity-doo, and like he just kind of walked around, and if he lost to Cynic, he didn't care. But man, when he loses to you in Soulcalibur,
yeah,
like when he beat you that one game, he just says, "That's right, bitch." I laughed my ass off. That was hilarious.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's lost to me once or twice in his life, so I could see him not liking the feeling at this point. But yeah, we used to. I mean, he was my primary, training partner in that game. So we've played each other a billion times, and he's a bitch. He thinks I'm a bitch. He's a bitch, dude. Internet, let me tell you what a bitch he is, real quick, okay. At least once every tournament grand finals, back then we used to do 3 out of 5, at least one time he would do this fucking trick every time. And what it would be is, he would hit you with a launcher, right? And then he would intentionally drop the second hit and go, fuck! And then you would kind of get up and be like, oh, well, damn, he's throwing a tantrum. And then he would ring you out. Like, immediately. I swear to God, this is something he's done many, many times. The old fucking switcheroo, dude. He's a piece of shit, and he knows it. So, we had a lot of matches. That guy, he's one of those. But I'm really excited. I'm really amped up about that game. Anyone who's remotely interested in Soulcalibur, I hope everyone buys it. You were saying you think it won't be $20, right?
I can't imagine it being 20. 15 is max, in my opinion.
Interesting. I forgot what, I'm sure the internet will tell us, but I forgot how much Third Strike Online cost. I think it was probably 15. And you said VF cost 15 too, right? So I'm assuming it'll be $15. If it's more than that, I'm going to get it regardless, but I could see people kind of being pissed off about it costing $20. See, the internet's saying $30 easy, so, I don't know. We got a few 15s in there too. Hey, you know what, Ricky? I got an idea that I might try next time, or maybe if I could figure it out by next time. Maybe I'll do like a Skype phone in and ask Rickstah questions. What do you think about that?
Ask me question? Why does it gotta be me? Why can't it be both of us?
No, it should just be you because it'll be way funnier that way. Okay, it could be both of us. But I'm going to try and do that because the internet always has questions in the chat, but I can't, you know, read all that shit and be charming and charismatic at the same time. So it's very difficult, as you can imagine. You wouldn't know anything about that, Ricky, but you can imagine it. You know?
Thanks, asshole.
Yeah. So anyway, what the hell else were we going to talk about? Oh, yeah, the Fall Classic. Man, I thought that shit was fucking boring, dude. All the players that I was excited about watching, like Bloodhawk, like Majin, even the game, I was kind of interested in seeing how he does because he's been kind of popping up here and there in grand finals. But man, the grand finals for all the players I was watching kind of lost early, and then the grand finals were that clown Naklam against that fat clown Anakin, and these two were playing both clone teams, and man, I was just really not entertained. I mean, that's the bottom line. They were playing their hearts out, and you know, congratulations to Anakin. They were, you know, really playing their hearts out. You could tell they were trying hard. Anakin was doing really well, impressive as usual. I forget who was doing commentary, but whoever it was saying that Anakin has a new team that he was playing, and he's only going to take it out if he loses with his jacks. So he never ended up losing. He never ended up switching. I would have loved to have seen what team it was. He never even said what characters they are. So, you know, what the fuck? You know, that's kind of lame. And I'm also, you know me, I'm not a fan of the existence of clones in the first place. So, yeah. What did you think? Did you watch any of it?
I missed the majority of top 8 because it was at 9 a.m. on the West Coast, so I was sleeping.
I woke up to watch it, actually.
I saw the parts of the grand finals. I didn't even know it was grand finals. I woke up and I was like, oh, this must be like, you know, winner's final or loser's final or something. And then Anakin just wins one game and it's over. So I saw that. But I saw what interested me the entire weekend was the 7-on-7 they did. The Northeast versus Southeast, I guess.
I didn't watch it. I didn't even know about it.
I guess. So it was, you know, New York and whatever, like, versus Atlanta and whatever, you know, the regions. I'm really bad with them. But all I remember is that Bane versus Fab first. Bane beats Fab. Filthy comes on. Filthy beats Bane. And then Speed Kicks comes on and he just runs a train on the rest of New York.
I heard about that. He beat everyone else, huh?
He beat everyone else. No one was even close.
What was the format?
It was just for one game.
One game format? I mean, you know, who gives a shit? That's how I feel.
Yeah,
about
I mean, it was just kind of interesting to watch, especially.
I could see that. I could see him being able to pull off some funky shit in a one-game environment. I mean, it probably was more entertaining than the grand finals of the tournament. That's for goddamn sure. But unfortunately, I didn't catch it. But yeah, I heard about that. I heard Speed Kicks kicked the shit out of everyone. Interestingly enough, I thought every time I hear from these guys, there's a new fucking story. One moment, Sukin quits because fucking Run It Black beat him up online. Next moment, Sukin's having a kid and he's playing Tekken again and showing up. Like, okay. And then freaking, Speed Kicks quits playing Tekken to be like some kind of spelling bee champion. And boom, now he's kicking the shit out of everyone from the East Coast. I don't even know anymore. I don't know who to trust. You know, everyone quits Tekken every day these days. So
I don't
know what's
anyone,
up with that.
Man.
But,
no one.
Yeah, good shit. Good shit to Anakin and that moron Naklam. And good shit to Speed Kicks for kicking everyone's ass. And,
let me tell you. Let me tell you
I
guys
just
a
wish they
secret.
weren't playing clone teams because that shit's boring as fuck to watch, dude. I hate that, and I just wish it wasn't in the game. But unless you have anything else to mention about the Fall Classic, we can move on to the next issue.
Well, anyone that says that they're retired is never retiring. The people that actually retire are the ones that just stop playing.
They don't say it.
They don't even say it. They're just like, I'm done.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, Insabotek never said he retired. He's just, you know, he just hangs out.
I retired him, so yeah.
But anyone that says they retired, like GM said he retired. You knew, like, oh yeah, that guy's not retiring.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who. If you say you're retiring, you're not done.
Yeah, Tidy Whitey never retired either. he's still going at it, trying to beat me. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I agree. The whole retired thing's kind of fucking stupid too. I mean, Yeah, whatever. Clone teams are fucking lame, man. They really blow the whole tournament, in my opinion. They really blow the whole tournament.
And the thing is, I feel like the East Coast, I guess kind of to generalize here, but the East Coast, or I guess not the East Coast, but places outside of the West Coast, I guess, love clone teams more than anything.
Yeah, I mean, dude, well, except for Rip. Rip plays double laws, but yeah, it seems like all over the place. You know, even EBM from Seattle, he's got the double capos, and then you got, what's his name, GM, double Lee, and then you were mentioning Core, double Bob. I mean, we have a lot of top players, Naklam, double whatever the fuck those stupid dinosaurs are called, and then you got, you know, Anakin. There are a lot of top players or contenders for a tournament win in America that play clones. You know, it's definitely a factor. And I mentioned that shit fucking the day the game came out on console, and I heard about that. I said that in America, clones are going to be really fucking buff because we don't have the scene to learn how to play two characters correctly. So the best players are going to do best with their best character. So if they got a clone team's going to be the best shit in this country. And boom, bam, boom. That's what happens. You know, hide the spice bottle. So, yeah, it's lame. I hate it. Anyway, what was the other thing? Oh yeah, Injustice. That fool Ed Boon, dude. He's tweeting all over the place about the new patch notes about Injustice. Not that I give a shit about the details. The thing I care most about is we have a release date. It's October 1st, which is in whatever days, 11 days or something. That's great. And they're releasing the patch notes on September 24th, I think. So beautiful. That's exactly what I've been fucking asking for this whole time. We have a goddamn release date. Thank you. Edward Heathcliff Boone. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You know, at least you're a listener. I can appreciate that. So I'm amped up. I know you've said in the past that you couldn't care less about that game and you're just going to never play it again. But I'm interested in it. I'm going to try playing it again after the what they say is the final patch. So yeah, I'll try it out. I'm interested. And
I mean, I think I'll try it out again once I see the patch notes and I see who's good and who's not. Then, you know, it might intrigue me to pick up a new character, but you know, it's still Injustice.
I mean, dude, you said it yourself. You're a tournament player, you know. So if everyone around you is playing Injustice, if it turns out good, then you know I'm sure you'll play. There's no question in my mind about that. Same goes for Soulcalibur HD, Soulcalibur 2 HD. You're one of those guys, you know. You just always play what everyone's playing. That's a good attitude to have. That's what I like. You know, you gotta just play what people are playing. It just makes you better overall. Anyway, what was the other shit I was gonna mention, Ricky? I forgot, man. I need an assistant.
I think that was everything. I think you just ran through all the topics in like speedy fashion.
Yeah, I'm in a hurry, man. I'm not really in a hurry. I just don't know what else we can cover. What are these two clowns doing in the mini screen over there?
Dude, they've been. Anytime we stream this, it becomes a item move and costume, you know, show off day.
Sweet. Whatever. Oh yeah, you know what I wanted to talk about? I remember now. Dude, nobody's playing anything right now. I was at Wednesday Night Fights last night. This is definitely what I wanted to talk about. I remember now. Okay, so I was at Wednesday Night Fights last night, and usually when I go to Wednesday Night Fights, I'm having fun. It's like a cool place where a lot of my friends are. You smoke cigarettes, you talk shit about Burvik and, you know, fucking Cynic and whatever, and you go inside and you play your match, and it's cool. You know, it's a cool environment. This time, it was really dead. Like, not a lot of people entered for Tekken or Injustice. I mean, those are the guys that I mostly interact with. Street Fighter, however, had 50 entrants. But Tekken and Injustice both had like 15 or 13. Nobody is playing either game right now. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I mean, I'm sure there are people that like Tekken Tag 2. I'm fucking sure about it. They like it more than I do. And I'm going. And they're not going. You know, that's kind of fucked up, right? Because there are a ton of people that you like, you know, Song Ken and fucking whatever, you know, all these random Nico and like that black guy and like, you know,
that black guy.
You know him, the guy, whatever, you know, all these guys that go, they're those dudes. They fill the bracket. They're the bracket padding. You know what I mean?
Okay.
They're not going, and you know those bracket padding motherfuckers. They love the game. They're always talking about that shit, like. You know, oh man, Bake is the worst character in the game. Oh man, fucking wah. Who gives a shit? If they really like the game that much, I don't understand it. You know, people in the chat earlier were mentioning that it's probably GTA 5, school started, and all that stuff. But you know, I don't necessarily buy all that. I think I don't know what it is, man, but lately people have just been taking breaks. It's not like you're in fucking school. You haven't been going to Wednesday night fights lately. Rip hasn't gone to Wednesday night fights lately because he's a bitch. You know, it's weird. It's weird. But if I'm not going to have fun at Wednesday night fights, I'm not going to fucking go to Wednesday night fights because I spent 40 hours a week in that building listening to fucking shitty-ass music games. Shitty-ass songs, dude. The worst songs of all time for 40 hours a week. So if I'm going to go back there for leisure, for fun, I have to have fun. And it's just very disappointing that people aren't showing up and people are not supporting, you know, the game that they like. Even if you don't like Superman, even if whatever your reason is, you know, if you don't show up to these tournaments, the tournaments are not going to just be there waiting for you whenever you feel like it's cool or whenever you beat Grand Theft Auto 5. These tournaments aren't going to be there for you forever. Trust me, you know. So, you know, I wouldn't recommend it. I understand a lot of people, you know, have their own shit going on, you know, you don't have money or whatever the deal is, but these tournaments are not going to be there forever. And trust me, if Valle and Watson stop running tournaments, we're going to be stuck with, you know, fucking who knows who's going to be running tournaments. DJ Vest and fucking Compton. Who knows who's going to be running these fucking tournaments, you know? So that sounds like a catastrophe.
DJ Vest, dude?
I don't know.
Man, you like that? He has invited me to a tournament in Compton, I'm sure.
Yeah.
$2 hot bacon wrap hot dog.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Mm-hmm. Yeah, John Nelson. That's a good one, Beal. We're gonna be going to tournaments by John Nelson if you know, if we don't support.
Oh man, maybe we'll get paid today.
Yeah, hopefully, or
maybe
fucking
we'll get paid in 3 years.
Yeah, Jedi Rob is gonna run the tournaments here and never pay us, you know. So that'll be tight. I feel like I gotta call that guy out once an episode so he could pay me my fucking money. Anyway, give me my money. Second place, Devastation. What was it? 2011.
The Devastation? Yeah, 2011, I think.
Yeah, I think.
Damn, that's such a long time ago.
Can you believe that? It's about to be 2014, man. It's only like $150, dude. Come on. I've seen the suits he wears, man. He looks sharp as hell. $150. That's like one of your shoes, dude.
He only owes me $50, so I'm just looking for a sock.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I know, man. Give me a fucking break over here. Anyway, one of the last things I wanted to talk about, the ATP shirt. It's on the website. You guys could check it out if you're interested. We do make child sizes for you, Ricky, if you're interested. I'm
not interested.
That was a good response. But if there is anyone out there who's interested, I'm going to put the shipment in or the order in on Monday, so that's going to be your last chance. I'll buy a couple extra sizes of couple of extra shirts of each size, just in case there's a few scragglers or people who are, you know, late bloomers like Ricky here, because you know once he sees everyone else wearing that shit, he's going to be super jealous, and he's going to come crawling back to me asking for an extra small baby gap sized ATP shirt. And when he does, I'm going to charge him triple. All right, I'll charge you regular price. Regular price is cool. Anyway, so who you calling a bitch, man? Do you have a bitch calling? Because I already took care of Naklam. I already took care of Nico, Sonkin, and that black guy. Everyone who doesn't go to the tournaments. Jedi Rob. I called Anakin fat. I mean, I've really been cluster bombing the bitch callings here. You're falling behind, you know. So
but you didn't do it officially. Like, you know, it's only official when you call someone a bitch. Why don't we have the chat ask us questions or something?
Yeah, that sounds cool. You guys have any questions?
Because they're complaining about a 30-minute show.
Hey, man, I got shit, dude.
You don't have anything to do.
I got plenty of stuff to do, man. TTT2 confirmed dead. It's only 30 minutes. Game's confirmed dead. Man, I mean, today, you know, after playing yesterday, and I really didn't enjoy the tournament at all. Like, I was just like, you know, it was weird. You know, Chet Chetty was there. That's always cool. Token showed up. That was cool. But it just seemed like really quiet and weird. And Thoth was really, you know, fucking talking my ear off about all that weird-ass shit. He told me yesterday he shaves his whole body. And then I investigated because I called his bullshit. I doubt that. Turns out he only shaves his torso, which is totally pussy shit. You can't walk around saying that if you only shave your torso.
Why would you even shave your torso? Like,
listen, the point of that is that's what I have resorted to at Wednesday Night Fights, having conversations about shaving fucking torsos. You know, this is what happens when people don't show up to play these games, man. I end up having to talk to Thoth about his torso. Yeah, no one wants to hear about that.
Sounds rough.
Yeah, it's super rough, you know? So, yeah.
Gotta blame Beal, dude. Beal hasn't gone.
Beal, fucking, yeah, lots of people. I don't know whether it's a coincidence or timing or what it is. Maybe it's the heat or some shit, but...
You know, we've always had this problem, though, but it's just more...
Early.
It's a little bit late now. No, it's late now, I think.
What do you mean?
We're having that post-Evo, you know, drought.
Nah, man, it has nothing to do with Evo. It has to do with the age of the game. You know, we played fucking Tekken 6 way after that first Evo that it was at.
Oh yeah, but I mean, I took a break from Tekken 6 after Evo. I mean, I'll always take a break for a little while after Evo.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. But dude, the game, and I'm not just talking about Tekken. I'm talking about Injust Ass too. I mean, that game's fucking new.
That's something completely different, in my opinion. I think that just has to do with all the patches and stuff, and people are just sick of the game itself.
Yeah, I don't understand it, man. It's a brand new fucking game, dude. Everyone was all talking about how it's all esports. Fucking Arturo was talking about how it's a blah, blah, you know, and all that shit. So, I mean, what the hell? Where is everybody? You know, I don't get it. Everyone's playing GTA 5, I guess, man. I better play that shit too, huh? Yep, Charles is playing it 10 feet away from me over there in the next room.
He bought it?
Yeah, he bought it. I'm going to go play right now.
You didn't buy it?
Yeah, he bought it.
Play it. What a bitch.
Why is he a bitch?
No, you're a bitch.
Why am I a bitch?
Because you're like, oh, I'm not gonna play it, but then you have someone in your house that plays it, and you're probably playing it all the time.
I haven't fucking touched it. I watched him play it.
Yeah, whatever, dude. You're lying. You're playing that shit all day and night.
Even if I was, who gives a fuck if I'm playing it? What does that have to do with anything? What, am I not allowed?
Yeah, dude. You can't. You gotta buy the game before you can play it, dude.
Are you retarded?
You know what we could talk about though? Someone brought it up, and I forgot to bring it up. Malice brought it up.
What?
The Evo announcement.
What is the Evo announcement? I didn't hear about it.
The Evo announcement was that the majority of the games, if not all the games, are going to be run on Xbox 360 from now on.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
They did say that, you know, games that are exclusive to the PS3 are not going to might not be excluded from Evo. You know, so it's like whatever game, like I don't know what PS3 exclusive game there is though, like a fighting game that that would be played.
I wonder what that means. I wonder if that means Microsoft put their fucking fingers where they don't belong, and because of Killer Instinct they're making it so that Evo is Microsoft only. This is the first I've fucking heard of this, so you know, maybe that's what's going on. I don't know. I am not sure about that, but it's possible that Microsoft wants to monopolize Evo. I don't know if that's true or not, but that would be what I would do, especially if I had a shitload of money and a fighting game coming out on our new console, Xbox One. That's what I would do. Evo's pretty big these days, so yeah, interesting.
But they did say Xbox 360, so you know, I guess they probably would get the Xbox One for the Killer Instinct. But it's like, what other games are there that, like, we could still play Tekken on Xbox.
Yeah, but that would suck, right? I mean, everyone's going to have to play on whatever they got, I guess, right? The pad players would be fucked the most, right?
Well, there are people that play on pad, PS2 pads, I would assume, and they just have converters. I mean, they got to deal with it. Wolf Crone and Van Geef are the two guys that I know play on PS2 pads, and they have to use a super converter or whatever to play on
super
Xbox.
Super converter?
Dude, no, like I think I saw Wolf Crone. He had his pad, and it's like it's connected to some converter, and that converter looks like an octopus. Like, and there's cords flying out everywhere, and I'm like, and he just plugs it in, and something happens, But it's like now we won't have to deal with wireless bullshit.
Yeah, I guess that's true. That's a plus. Wow, wait a minute. Doesn't that mean that every fucking guy, let's say, let's go back to this past Evo, right? And there was that whole Course Tekken Academy bullshit with all the fucking fucking whamburgers about the wireless controllers not being allowed, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't that mean that those wireless guys are all going to be fucked no matter what? Even if they want to use a PS3 pad, they have to use one that's able to accept the converter, which is not a PS3 pad?
Yep.
Wow. So I guess we're never going to get anyone from the East Coast to come to Evo again for Tekken.
We're not going to get Run It Black either. He just said no PS3 pad, no go.
Yeah.
How he always says he's not going to do something and then does it 10 seconds later.
Full of shit. He's a shit salesman with a mouthful of samples, that guy. You know it. Anyway.
But I mean, I think people. It's just because we're not used to it, But to me, it's like it's no big deal. You just have to adapt to it. I mean, I didn't have a PS3 for the longest time, So when I went to Evo, I had to buy a stick at Evo just to play on the PS3s there because I didn't have my own.
Yeah, I don't really think it's a big problem for stick players at all. For years, I've been saying, all of you Korean stick guys, or all of you, I only play on my arcade stick guys, I mean, it's not a good idea to have such a specialized peripheral. You should definitely try to work on a Japanese, standard lollipop, JLF stick. Because of this, if they have Evo tomorrow and it's on Xbox, I'm going to have no problem. Hey, let me borrow that TE stick. That's exactly the fucking same as every other TE stick ever. Or let me borrow that Fusion. That's exactly the same as everyone else's Fusion. So it's like, okay, tight. Doesn't matter to me. But look at all these guys that are going to be all bent out of shape, not coming to the tournaments and stuff. So, I don't know. Yeah. I just think it's a better idea to go with something standardized.
Well, it's whatever they're used to. Who knows? I mean, people like Kane who can't play on a Korean stick other than the one he's babied from, birth.
That's what Cody Vu told me too. He's very particular. He wants to use his own arcade stick and, whatever. But I mean, look at that. Now, what is he gonna do? He's gonna have to try to dual mod his arcade stick before Evo if he wants to go. And I mean, it's just like a huge hassle. So, I don't know. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. I think it's better to go with something that's more standardized than some random ass, Fanta or whatever they are.
Well, maybe we just won't have Tekken at Evo.
That's a possibility. Maybe
that'll solve everyone's problems.
At this point, I would be shocked if it makes it, just based on the way they do things over there and how it's so Hollywood. And usually, Soulcalibur is like the filler game for Tekken. So if they come out with a Soulcalibur by then, which I don't think they will, it would probably take Tekken's place. If not, the only other thing I could foresee is in a beautiful, perfect world, the Soulcalibur 2 HD becomes popular enough for it to be a 3D representation. Because, I mean, what else could it be? It's not going to be DOA. It's not going to be Tekken.
Could be DOA. Could be Tekken. It could be Virtua Fighter. Who knows, man? It might not have 3D. They just might call it 2D Evo again.
Yeah, they did skip 3D for a year, didn't they? No, they didn't. They've had 3D every year since they started.
Except for 2002.
Yeah. No, not 2. 3. 3 was the first year.
2002, they had the first Evo.
No, but it didn't have any 3D games.
Yeah, 2003 was the first one that had 3D games.
Yeah, 2003 was the first one with 3D games, and since then they've had 3D games at every Evo in some way. So I don't know. We'll see about that. I'm not really. Oh yeah, they announced that it's at the Hilton as well, which is kind of cool. A little less bourgeoisie than the last two, Paris and Caesar's Palace. So that's kind of cool. It should be much cheaper for people to stay at the Hilton as well. So that's good shit. Anyway, you know who's a bitch yet?
Oh, so dude, I thought you were supposed to call someone a bitch.
Well, we're both gonna do it.
All right, fine. My bitch calling is that entire Team New York at the Fall Classic, dude. Because you guys let a 8-year-old baby beat the shit out of you guys.
A baby? Yeah, they got beat up by a baby?
But this baby has like like blankets of college degrees on him.
Damn.
He sleeps in his college degrees. You know, he's super smart. I give him that. But you know, you guys got handled so bad. And
I gotta go watch that.
And I was, you know, like, because I know most of the East Coast guys, you know, the New York guys. Like the only one I didn't recognize immediately was still Electric, and he was good, you know. But I was like, God, man, I wanted to see someone beat Speed Kicks just so that A, put him in his place because he's so young, and B, so I could see other people play because you guys are getting worked so bad.
Damn.
So yeah, Bloodhawk, you're a bitch as well as Fab getting fucked up by those June players or some shit, and everyone else there. Yeah.
Damn, everyone else too? Everyone who entered the Fall Classic is a bitch.
The only reason why I'm saying that though is just so that they can you know, be pissed and get better or something.
Unlikely.
Or they're just bitches, whatever, who cares?
Yeah, that's cool. That was a pretty good one. Man, I feel like, you know, the key to calling people bitches is to just think about who pisses you off a lot. And and when I thought about it right now, the first thought that came to mind was all the people that I already called a bitch this episode. So, you know, Rip and Jedi Rob definitely is one of those. You know, I mean, it's like I'm really running on empty here, man. But you know what I think is a really bitch move is not announcing release dates for games now. So, you know, I don't know if that's a good bitch calling, though. I'm going to call you a bitch, Rickstah. You're a bitch. That's for sure. You're a bitch. Because you fucking... The only time you come to Super Arcade is when you're at work. He pulls up his fucking little Yaris or whatever the fuck he drives. And he's wearing this, like, stupid mechanic's uniform, even though he's a delivery man. He just walks up, hey, what's up, asshole? And he just talks to me for 10 minutes and leaves, right? But he doesn't come for the tournaments, man. What the fuck, dude? You're leaving me commentating with Vic the fucking Slick, dude. That guy sucks.
I like Vic.
Yeah, he's cool.
He's just a little bit crazy. Dude, it cost me no money to go there. I'm getting paid to go to Super at that point. I'm not getting paid to go Wednesday Night Fights. When,
well, you would get paid if you won. You won one time. You got paid that time. What's the problem?
I gotta drive there, man. Jesus so much gas.
You're such a bitch. This is what I'm talking about. Internet. Now you can see what I'm talking about. He's a bitch.
20 miles per gallon, man. That's like 2 gallons.
Listen, man, this isn't a fucking math class, all right? You know, just go, dude. You're a bitch. You know?
Speed Kicks would understand.
Yeah, you guys are both babies. You guys both shop at the same store. Anyway, except you don't have the college degree blanket or whatever the fuck you said. Yeah, you're really fucking up.
Those college degrees, man, they keep them warm at night.
Yeah, I hear that. It's quilted. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna cut things off. But before I go, make sure you guys check out those T-shirts. And as usual, thanks for becoming cat faces in the chat. Damn it, I really feel like we were gonna talk about something else. Did I forget anything, Ricky?
Don't buy your shirts.
Don't buy the shirts. What else?
Something about Fall Classic and Injustice. Did you shot stream? I don't know.
Take it easy, internet. Boom.